Hi guys, welcome to your August 25th reading. I haven't heard anyone talk about it, but I do think today is a portal. The reason I say that is because we just had the black new moon this weekend, and it was over 2 days. It actually started on my birthday, August 22nd, and ended August 23rd, but I think that the energy was very much in the air yesterday. And today, I don't know, for me, 8/25/25 is a portal, 8 being the infinity symbol, right? And then 25/25. So, I don't know, I'm not going to get into it right now, but I feel like if we did some numerology, if we took out a pen and paper, we could figure some stuff out. I just came straight from work because I had a stressful day and I just wanted to go straight to the park before I go home and get lazy. And also, I haven't had internet at my house for the past 2 days. Where I live in SoCal, it's so hot that I guess a lot of people had like had a power outage. I don't have a power outage, but I did have an internet outage, and I haven't even checked if it's back on. I just got home and I was like, I don't want to know. I needed to get out though. I've been in meetings all day, parent meetings all day specifically. Alrighty. Okay. Let's get started. In the spirit of the fact that I'm ready for Halloween, I'm just ready for Halloween season. I'm over this summer. I brought my Nightmare Before Christmas tarot. So, I feel like every time I do a reading like this, it's so chaotic, but it's fine. We're just gonna keep working on it until one day I get a nice, smooth reading. Okay. I'm not even on my blanket. It's gonna sound like this. That was fast. So we have the Tower. Just kind of get comfortable. The Tower followed by the Seven of Potions and Ace of Presents. Like I said, we just had a portal, so a lot of people have been going through stuff lately. And I just can't get comfortable like this. Damn it. Okay. Okay, sorry guys. I dropped my camera and I just couldn't get comfortable and it was whole thing. Going back to what were we talking about? Okay. These 3 cards had flown out. Tower moment. Seven of Potions. Ace of Presents. So we have been going through a lot. Me personally, I went through a lot this past week. Honestly, the past month of August has been rough for me, and I feel like I say that every tarot video that I make, but specifically this week has been really rough in that I don't know, I just feel like I've been tested a lot. I've been tested, and then it's like I keep trying to just move forward and not spend too much time. For example, like if someone makes me really upset, which is really hard to do, I don't really get upset like that, but if someone makes me upset, I've been trying to just let bygones be bygones and not get stuck on it. And then guess what, next day someone else makes me upset, or the same person will do the same thing, or it's just been like that. And so it's, it's the universe, it's God. And so, 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 it's the universe, it's God asking me, are you sure you changed? And I'm trying to prove that I have. So, Tower moment, you know, I did kind of have like a little thing with my family. I didn't actually like get mad and yell or anything, but I kind of like was giving my family silent treatment for a bit. But I was praying. I was like, God, please help me keep my mouth shut. I'm not that spiritually evolved where I can just not let things bother me. They obviously bother me, and I obviously am visibly upset, and I kind of let it be known, I guess, with my face and by giving the silent treatment, all that. But hey, I didn't say anything that I regret. Like, I didn't have any outbursts, so I guess for me that's growth, and I'm just kind of giving that to you guys as an example. Specifically, I know someone at my work today who was having a rough time, and to the point that she just ended up leaving. Like, she told me like tomorrow's her last day. So I was like, well, you know, that's what you call a tower moment. But good for her, you know, good for her, good for all of us. Sometimes you need a tower moment so you can have like a clean break. Seven of Potions, to me, this is movement happening. This is movement happening, and you having that space or that pause to really reflect on what you want to do next. It's a presence. Now that you finally know what you want, things are going to start happening for you. And that's both like in the spiritual realm, but also just in life in general, right? Once we kind of make a decision, it's so much easier to start getting things moving. So that being said, some of you might have been confused on what to do. You've been going through a time of confusion. If you've been going through a lot of confusion lately, I like to remind people, I mean, even if you're not Christian, or if you don't believe in the Bible, it says in the Bible that the devil is the author of confusion. So I think some of us have been going through that, where we've just been spiritually attacked, and the way that shows is in confusion. So I think we defeated the confusion. What did I just say? Spiritual attack. And I definitely feel this is the Five of Candles. This is spiritual attack surrounding you. I guess in your environment, whether it's workspace, home, maybe relationship, you've been having a lot of toxic drama that you haven't been able to find your way out of. You've just been feeling trapped in that. And while you were in that kind of negative vibration, or dealing with that negative vibration, is when you were susceptible to that depression, the confusion. I think a lot of people have been depressed lately, but it's not actual depression. It's just everything that's happening around you spiritually. This is weird. So I got, well, first I got these two in reverse. I have the 10 of Potions and the 9 of Potions. Completion of a cycle. And then I got Knight of Potions and the Death card. So the way I read that is like this. Completion of this cycle of feeling like you have to fix everything around you. Completion of having to solve stuff. I don't know why I specifically heard the word solve problems. King of Candles, sorry. To me, that's, you've overcome all that mental turmoil and you're ready to take action. It kind of reminds me of the Fool card, but it's not. King of Candles is, I'm going to say, that gives me fire sign energy. So whoever I'm speaking to, you might be a Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. This could also be like, if you've been trying so hard to get something to work and it just hasn't worked, it's finally going to start working out for you. So it could be like a work project. I'm getting that this is to do with work. There's some readings that, like, for some reason, no matter what, I only get like love situations or romantic situations, and this one I'm getting for work. And when I say work, I don't mean like your current job. I mean like what you are doing as a person to make a living, or your purpose. These two came out. The Moon and Temperance. So going back to what I was saying about that state of confusion you're in, the state of being in this toxic cycle, being trapped, not being able to get out of that. Feel like you have like to constantly be solving stuff and fixing stuff and just in this uphill battle. That was the universe, God, spirit, however you want to call it, putting you in that state of mind so you can once and for all deal with whatever you have going on deep down in your heart and in your soul, because as you know, like, you can't really fake you can't fake real growth, right? You can't fake real spiritual growth. That being in that state of just that state allowed you to wrestle with your own emotions, deal with your shadow self, and learn patience. Most of all, you learned patience. We all learned patience. Well, it depends. Some of us didn't. Some of us made the same mistakes, right? And we didn't grow out of that cycle. And we didn't move on to that next level. But I feel like whoever I'm talking to did. And so, due to that, things are going to start changing. It could also mean that things are going to be righted in your life, like justice might take place. But I think it was more to teach you patience. Patience and understanding and compassion. Which you need, if you really want to be successful in life. Those are things that you can't pretend to have, like you actually have to have. Queen of Potions. What is this? The Hermit. While you were in that state of just dealing with all kinds of bullshit, mental turmoil, you were not wasting your time. You weren't just like bed rotting or scrolling away on Netflix or Instagram, or scrolling away on Instagram. You were not binge watching Netflix. You were actually getting stuff together. You were being productive. That's what separates you from other people. Other people go through stuff and just kind of sit there and feel sorry for themselves. You were not doing that. You were putting together a plan of action. So remember when I said the universe had given you that time to reflect? That's what that is. You just really needed to be in that dark side of your mind and prove that you really are a person of moral standing, even when times get tough, right? And you did. Whoever I'm speaking to, you did. I'm not getting someone that failed like a test. Like, I think that you actually passed it. So let's see. I don't know if I'm going to accept this. A bunch of cards just came out. Ace of Potions. To me, that is inspiration, spiritual inspiration, like you feel just lighter. You feel like finally something clicked in the spiritual realm. Like I said, I don't know if I was going to accept that in the reading. If it's meant to come out, it'll come out again. Okay, so I got another potions card. I do think that is confirmation somewhat. Again, of movement, wish fulfillment. But look what I got, guys. Queen of Presents and my favorite card. Well, in this deck, that's my favorite card. Like I said, you did pass a spiritual test and you are going to be rewarded. Whoever I'm talking to has obviously been single. Like, you know, we had the Hermit card, the Moon card. You have either been single by choice or just because nothing's going right. I feel like it's been by choice. Well, it's both by choice because you're just not meeting someone that's at your level that you're trying to maintain, right? So I think the universe will gift you in finally letting you meet that person that's at your level. The right person for you, let's just say that. I don't like to see levels because I don't think anyone's, you know, better than anyone else, but there are you know, if you're pushing yourself, you're going to have standards, right? Probably the harder you push yourself, the more standards that you have. So this is someone that you don't feel like you have to you don't have to lower your standards for or renegotiate with. Because how many of us can relate to that when we meet someone and we're like, I don't really think that this person's good for me, but because they're so nice, or maybe just out of wanting to try it out, like you give them a chance, and then usually we regret it, right? We negotiate with ourselves. We have to talk ourselves into it. So finally the universe is going to give you someone that you don't have to do that with. Another card came out. I don't know what it is. Let's see. King of Potions in reverse. Let's see why. All that planning that you did is coming to life. You did a lot of manifesting in this time. Even though you felt like you were, again, in this uphill battle and nothing was working out, actually all that time that you just didn't give up and you kept trying, the universe saw that and is going to reward you with just plans working out, whatever that is. Things are going to finally start working out. Not only are they going to work out, like, you're going to feel like so inspired because they're going to go great. It's like, you know that phrase, like, to light a match under someone? I would apply that to the situation, but we're not lighting a match under you. We're lighting a match under all these efforts that you've made. It's like, we're done with heartbreak. We're done with betrayal. The reason that we're done with that is because we've been cutting people off. When I say that, I don't mean like being a jerk and just, you know, being not holding yourself accountable. I think you finally realize like who in your life is good for you and who isn't. You've been using your logic. Maybe you have been going through heartbreak, but your logic and your planning, maybe you have other things going on in your life and you've been just focusing on that and staying productive, so that's helped you get over that heartbreak. Such an ugly card. So this is the deck I'm using. Some of the cards are really cute and some of them I just hate them. I guess help is on the way. during this time in your life, because you kept pushing yourself in multiple aspects of your life. Like, I don't see you just pushing yourself on work. I feel like this was like overall in every aspect. People might have seen like a glow up in you. You might be seeing a glow up in yourself. Let me show you guys why. I'm hearing that some of you might have turned to exercise or fitness as a way to cope with whatever you're going through, or maybe you used it just as a good coping skill, and now you're gonna actually see the benefits. Not only did you gain mental clarity, but you see, like, physically you look like someone that takes care of yourself. And again, I don't mean to put anyone down. I don't think anyone's better than anyone else, but when you are fit and in shape, and I don't mean like perfectly fit, perfectly in shape, I mean like you look like you've been taking care of yourself. That's a standard for respect. When people see you, immediately they're gonna have some kind of respect for you, because you're just showing that you have respect for yourself, that you have morals for yourself, that you have standards for yourself. And that's not like regarding a specific body type. That's just anyone that takes care of themselves. It's going to show, right? So you guys have been doing that. You may have really been taking like your beauty routines or just health routines, fitness routines really seriously. I'm not going to say may, I believe you have. And that's a way of manifesting as well. That was confirmation for me right there. The Hangman. Why? Wow. This is beautiful. In all the readings I've done with this deck, I've never gotten this card. So this is my first time seeing it. And I've had this tarot set for years. The High Priestess. I love this. I am a huge fan of The Nightmare Before Christmas. And I love Sally. I love Sally because she's always, throughout the movie, just picking herself up, putting herself back together. I think that's really symbolic. Not only that, but in her doing that, and in the movie she's pretty quiet, right? She's very graceful, very quiet, putting herself back up together, but she's never just like laying around. She's always doing stuff behind the scenes, and her doing stuff behind the scenes is what drives the plot of the movie, right? So I think that's a perfect High Priestess card. Like, I love that. To me, that's what a High Priestess is. It's not someone that appears like they are the High Priestess. They just are. And usually when you are something, you don't have to announce it. You can be quiet and your efforts will shine. High Priestess, the Empress, and then we had the Hangman. So you're done waiting around for things to happen. They're happening. You made it happen. Oh, there's a birthday celebration happening. It's really pretty. Oh, pretty. Look, I'll show you guys. Oh, it's beautiful. I feel like that's confirmation for what we're talking about. It's starting to get dark over here. I want to go home also before the sprinklers turn on. So I'm going to try to finish this. And it just got windy out of nowhere. Five of Presents. So Five of Presents, to me, I hear 5, I think of like the pentagram. And I know that word scares people. The pentagram is our 5 senses, It's our 5, how do I say this, sections of life or departments of life. So, you know, you have your mental, physical, spiritual, emotional, and I'm failing to think of the other one because I don't want to lose this train of thought that I'm on. Apply that also towards relationships, work, finances, social life, self-care, right? Apply the number 5 to yourself. That's actually an exercise I'll give you guys. Apply the number 5 to yourself and see how many ways you can compartmentalize yourself through the number 5. So that's telling me that I think in all these aspects of your life, things are going to start going well. In this past few days, I've been feeling strongly that as we approach fall season, things are going to start flowing smoothly for a lot of people. If you've been going through it all summer, fall is our season. This fall, 2025, is our season where we're going to have abundance and growth. And I see that here. This is a general reading, by the way. One day I'll be more organized in my readings. It's weird. 10 of potions? No, 5 of potions, excuse me. Okay. We had the 5 of presents, the 5 of potions. Let me get some clarification on that. 6 of candles and 6 of presents. Someone might have been stressing over money lately, and while you were stressing over money, you know, that didn't stop you. You were still performing your day-to-day tasks and obligations, and making healthy decisions. Some people, when they stress over money or finances, they just spiral out of control, and then they get themselves in a deeper hole, not only in the physical realm but spiritual realm, vibrational realm. They allow themselves to get very bitter and angry. You didn't do that. You were stressing, but you were stressing in a way where you're holding yourself accountable. So you are going to see growth, financial growth. Again, we had talked about earlier in the reading, like something to do with your job. So maybe like work might finally start going well, which means your finances are going to do better. Okay, I have 2 cards that want to come out. So in reverse, I have the 4 of Needles, the Fool, and what was this one? 5 of Needles. Excuse me. Taking action, taking accountability, confronting things in your life that you don't like. Confronting it in a healthy way, not in a crashing out way, and confronting it in a way that you've been telling yourself, what do I need to change? And this card fell out. Justice. You're gonna get justice for that. That's confirmation to what I was saying, and then just your reward. God, the universe, spirit, whatever you know you want to call it, has been allowing you to be tried by other people to test you and to see if you're serious about growing as a person. Whoever I'm speaking to has passed the test. Spiritual justice is on the way. What did I just say? Spiritual justice. Wheel of Fortune. Karma. Beautiful karma. If I had gotten it like this, if I had gotten this card reversed, I'd be like, I don't know. No, this is beautiful. I actually need to get this in the frame. Justice followed by Wheel of Fortune. I think that it can't get any more perfect than that. All these conversations that you've been having with God, maybe praying to God and asking why things are just why the constant struggle. Those prayers have been heard. There's another person that I follow on YouTube, and he was like, God didn't lose your file somewhere, you know, and I love that. So I just want to relay that message to whoever is watching. It's not like God lost your file and forgot about you, and you know you have to reapply for God's help, and you know it's a whole process. Like, He's been with you all the way, but you did have to do the work, right? It's such a beautiful, these two cards together are so beautiful. I kind of want to end the reading there, but I'll just do one more card, you guys, and then we'll end it. Please give me one last card. Sometimes I say that and then I get confused and I have to pull out a bunch of more cards. So I just want like one good card. A bunch of cards fell out, but I'm just going to pick one. Ten of Candles, Abundance. I believe this is supposed to be the... I can't remember the actual tarot cards. Ten of Pentacles, possibly? No. I'm seeing the Rider-Waite tarot card in my head, and I just can't remember what it is. But this is that things are not only working out in your life in a very abundant, prosperous way, but things are balanced. When things are not balanced, you know, it's kind of like we're waiting for the other shoe to fall, or what's the expression, the other shoe to drop. You're not going to be feeling like that right now, because right now everything is moving, but it's at a good pace where you're not feeling stressed or overwhelmed about it. Alright guys, I'm going to end the reading there. I just want to show you guys the sky really quick. It's just so gorgeous. I'm trying to get the sky without getting people in the background. Oh, here, let me go like this. How can you not look at the sky and not feel like things are just going to start getting better? Alright guys, thank you so much for watching and for joining. I should have done my reading in this angle. So I didn't like how I looked in the other angle. I feel like it was giving me like a double chin, but it's okay. Oh, I gotta show you guys this watch. I don't know guys, the camera's... Thank you for joining. Happy 8/25/25 portal. I'm gonna try to do another reading the next few days for September. I feel like September is gonna be really, really good for us. Something about this fall is gonna be really healing for a lot of people. So take care everyone. I will see you soon. Bye.